So I make it down to Atlanta, had a couple days of practice. I didn't start, but they knew punt returning is instinctive. So you got to start returning punts. And I had a small chat with the punt return team. Hey, guys, just block 7. I got it 4, all right?
And Hatcher kicks it a mile. I mean a mile. Deion drifts to the left, takes it on the 32, dropped it. Picked it up, one man missed him, another man missed him. Now he's going wide off to the right. Deion to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. My God, Deion Sanders is going to score. My God.
They kicked it, and I dropped it, man. I took my eyes off it and dropped it. And when I dropped it, that was the best thing ever happened. Because when you drop a ball, the punt team tends to migrate together and get out of their lanes. And they all came tight. And all I had to do was just make it to that corner and hit it. And when I hit it, I hit it. And that thing opened up like it was the projects in Joan Walker's apartments. Back where I grew up in Fort Myers, man. I played right beside the little washout, right in that little corridor with a milk jug in my hand. You know, that was the ball. And you could hear the crowd roar, you could hear them screaming.
Deion Sanders told us yesterday that for every touchdown he gets on a punt return, he will give the blocking people 3 choices: a Gucci watch, a bunch of money, or a gold chain. Right now, he just forked up about $5,000 of that bonus money he got yesterday.
Did it surprise me that I went to the house? No, it ain't surprised me that I went to the house. What surprised me is I dropped the darn ball. That's what surprised me. I should have been to the house about 4 seconds sooner.
I loved Emmett. I love Walter Payton. But Barry Sanders, you can't even duplicate what he did. There's that Patriots game that sticks out in my head when he made a guy miss about 3 times in one run. I mean, I'm like, how do you make somebody miss more than once?
Watch number 42, the safety. He turns him completely around. You talk about the old revolving door deal? That is embarrassing. He can embarrass you.
Holy mackerel, what a run by Barry Sanders. That is one of the more incredible runs that you will ever see.
There'll never be another running back like him.
That 2013 season was so magical. Then going to that 49ers game, like I was there.
It's a great drive right here by the 49ers, the Legion of Boom and the #1 pass defense in football.
Can the 49ers conquer the best red zone defense in the league to get to the Super Bowl? Clock running with 30 seconds.
That Legion of Boom, like they just had too much pride to let the Niners score.
Shotgun for Kaepernick, takes the snap. Looks, fires near side, going for the end zone. Ball is picked up and afterward. It's picked off in the end zone. Richard Sherman tips it. Malcolm Smith picks it off in the end zone.
They stayed away from Richard Sherman all day long. They went over to him at the wrong possible time, and Richard Sherman made them pay.
The Seahawks are NFC champions. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Hell of a game! Hell of a game! Oh, try me! I'm the best!
You saw Aaron Andrews go out and try to interview Richard Sherman, but we don't have a TV, right?
Let's send you down to the field and Aaron Andrews.
Joe, thank you so much. Richard, let me ask you. I said, Richard, take me through that play. The final play, take me through it. And he took me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Who was talking about you?
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Or I'm going to shut it for you real quick. L.O.B.
All right, and Joe, back over to you. We cut away from me. I sat there for a minute, and I thought to myself, I've never seen anything like this happen on television before. I've never had anything like this happen to me on television. This was awesome. People thought that he was mad at me and he was screaming at me and he scared me.
Oh, no. Crabtree, I'm pissed at Crabtree. Because he talked nonsense about me all week. Oh.
We've been kind of tied together forever, and it was one of the coolest moments of my career.
When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get.
We watched it all, of course, when we got home. He's like the rest of us. you know? He's human.
Here come the bus! Here come the bus!
We get the ball, and we're right on the goal line, and the thought is, okay, Jerome, we're going to pound it in, touchdown, we're going to get out of here with the win, but that is not exactly what happened.
Now it's gone over on downs to Pittsburgh, and they've got Jerome Bettis in that lineup. Here's the give to Jerome. He hesitates.
Oh,
the ball is bumped. And the Colts pick it up. Look out.
Jerome fumbles on the 1 yard line. Gets the ball popped out like a loaf of bread. And their D-back picks it up and takes off in the other direction.
And I'm saying, oh my bleep, bleep, bleep. I could not believe it.
And now there's no one on the TV screen to stop him except Ben Roethlisberger, who saw the ball pop. He just turned around, back to the ball, and just starts running. And as he did, he's looking over his shoulder. You can see him looking. He's got one shot. And he makes what we refer to in Pittsburgh as the tackle. There used to be T-shirts.
The Steelers are lucky. If it wasn't for Ben Roethlisberger making a shoestring tackle, the game's over the other way.
What Ben was doing, I do not know, but he found a way to cut him off and to make a shoestring tackle, one of the best tackles in the history of the game.
It's him versus Ben one-on-one, and Ben won. Now, I say Ben won, but the Colts really won because they're in position to kick the field goal with the most accurate field goal kicker in NFL history.
46-yard field goal to tie. And it's no good. Not even close.
If they would have put another field goal post next to the field goal post, he would have missed that one too. It was insane. And off we went to the AFC Championship against the Broncos.
Amazing. My hat's off to you, Ben.
That series of plays took years off my life. If I die at 80, I would have lived to be 85 if it wasn't for that divisional playoff game against the Colts.
When the Bears get the ball again, 65 seconds remain to be played as Ed Brown passes. Harlan Hill makes the catch of the year to complete an unbelievable comeback in professional football's most spectacular game.
It's very easy to get mad at Saints games. I'll always be happy for our one Super Bowl. But there's been many times where you punch a wall, you scream, you cry.
Aaron Brooks and the Saints will have one more shot at it. 6 seconds to go. Saints down by a touchdown to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brooks. Dante Stallworth catches it, stays in bounds. He's going to have to score on this one. And he's got a chance, getting a couple of blocks. Laterals it over to Michael Lewis. Back to McAllister. Still alive. And they got it. Jerome Payton with the catch. And he dives into the end zone for the touchdown. 75 yards and the score.
Carney was great. John Carney, I think, has to go down as a very good kicker.
Now there's pressure on Carney to get the extra point and tie this ball game. And he missed it. Can you believe that finish?
It's just what happens in the Big Easy sometimes. Sometimes it's not so easy.
Now for the most unusual play of the day. In fact, the most unusual play of the year.
Myra straight back to pass. Looking. Now stops, throws, completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, losing the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way. And he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety.
3rd down and 30.
Fran was a football genius, I thought, and he would take the ball, and if the guy wasn't open,
Parkinson scrambling.
he would run or buy time until he found an open guy.
No, still scrambling. Now he throws. Almost intercepted and deflected into the arms of Preston Carpenter.
So it was a matter of survival for Fran.
So now, one last play. 39-yard line is the line of scrimmage, Green Bay territory. Packers are trailing 23-21. Obviously, this is an all or nothing.
We all thought the game was over. We thought it was, I mean, when you're that far into the other team's territory and there's that little time left, you're kind of thinking, I mean, I believe in my guy, but, you know.
Aaron Rodgers alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Snap to Rodgers. Scrambles to his left, under pressure, rolling right, escapes. Right side looking. Rainbows high and deep into the end zone. And it is caught for a touchdown. A leaping touchdown catch is made, and the Packers have won.
That was pretty incredible. I think they were trying to contain him, to make him roll out, and instead, he came around and made a throw. Have the arm strength, you know, to even get it there. I couldn't believe it.
61 yards, and the Lions have lost. Unbelievable.
We had a playoff game in '91. There was a playoff game in '91, and the Dallas Cowboys, and they had been stuffing Barry Sanders all day.
This is Sanders. Spin back to the inside, and down he goes. A loss of a yard.
And then he breaks off this run, and this is one of my favorite things. You know what I'm talking about? This is one of my favorite runs.
Barry Sanders. Sanders still on his feet, and Sanders is gone.
He hits the line, and he kind of bounces off a guy. And Jack Del Rio is like on a bead to get Barry Sanders. He comes in, and Barry stops. There's like 7 dudes that just go, and they topple over. They just go like this. Barry stops, and goes around the corner. Then he runs behind Anthony Casillas, who goes like this. He goes, is the play over? It was one of the greatest runs I've ever seen in the history of the NFL. It was unbelievable.
Every time we talk about Barry, we say that's the greatest run, that's the greatest run. That might have been the greatest run.